in honor of Gene Wilder, we decided to chuck the Wheel of Destiny and watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And for me, I think I've seen it more recently than a lot of the other movies that I've watched, that we've watched on Ruining Your Childhood. I think this one maybe in the last 5 to 6 years, and it still held up then. So I'm not going to be surprised if I am laughing my butt off at this movie. So I think it's going to hold up. Gene Wilder is amazing and he's a genius. So I really don't see this not holding up.
This movie was my favorite movie for a very long time. I mean, even up until my early 20s, if someone said, John, what's your favorite movie? I would just instinctively respond, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I, too, have seen it more recently than a lot of the other films we do, but it's probably been a good 7 to 10 years for me, honestly. So I'm really excited to see it again. I feel extremely confident it's going to hold up. Join us, watch the movie with us. I guarantee it's great. I'm super excited. And even if it's not, the nostalgia factor would be so high that it wouldn't even matter. I love this film. I always love this film. I'm going to love it after today. So let's see how it goes.
Gene Wilder was definitely one of my all-time favorites. He is an icon in comedy and in acting. Although not a stand-up comedian, he has better comedic timing and expressions than most comedians throughout history. And we're going to be seeing Willy Wonka. Funny thing about Willy Wonka, though, is that in 1971, it was considered a box office flop, but it still became a cult classic afterwards. So I look forward to seeing this movie again. It has been quite a while, and I really believe that it's going to do really well. We miss you, Gene.
The candy man. How does he make any money?
I was about to say, this dude's not good at his job.
Right?
Yeah.
How does he make any money?
How many does he end up on the floor? He's just wasting.
Right? Oh, looking at it with adult eyes.
That's dangerous. He's just chucking.
He really is.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but he like overhand flings
He
out
sure
through
did.
an open door. You hit someone in the face. It's like you're like throwing a hatchet.
Well, you know, it's only paper. It's fine.
But what is he doing, John? Magic.
What did you do?
Magic.
That's my new catchphrase.
The cabbage does magic.
I love the cabbage was like a Muppet and said magic.
It looks like Oscar the Grouch.
Someone must be helping Mr. Wonka work the factory.
Thousands must be helping him.
But who?
You live in the town with the factory. You know all this. This is called exposition, my friend.
I feel like we should make an version that has exposition popping up on the screen.
Well, what difference does that make? This was a dream, a fantasy. I mean, you said just now.
Shut up, Hofstadter, and tell me where the ticket is. Give me time!
I want it now! What's the matter?
Oh, you make a great ex-wife.
What did they ask for? Whatever it is, they can have it.
Pretty.
They want your case of Wonka bars.
That's a funny.
Chris, did you hear me? It's your husband's life or your case of Wonka bars.
How long will they give me to think it over?
Wow.
'Cause I've got a gold.
No, Charlie is gold.
Right?
You mate.
What is this, Wonka? Some kind of fun house?
Why, having fun?
What a great line.
Don't just stand there, do something!
Help.
Please.
Murder.
I love it so much.
Ladies first, and that means Veruca.
If she's a lady, I'm a vermicious knit.
Boom!
Nailed it.
Stop, don't come back.
Well, fortunately, small boys are extremely springy and elastic, so I think we'll put him in.
I love it.
That's awesome. The subtlety.
It's like, whatever.
The little things.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Damn, that was intense.
Yeah.
We totally just watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from 1971, starring Gene Wilder, as our latest episode of Ruining Your Childhood. We actually filmed our intros a few days ago, so we're in different clothes. Apologize.
It's fine.
But we didn't watch it till now. I had seen it as an adult, and I loved it, and I still love it. It has some lulls,
Yeah.
but they're very minor.
No, and they don't
Really,
really feel like anything.
If it weren't for the songs, until they get to the factory, it'd be very dull. I think.
I agree.
But the songs really help break it up, even though I don't love the Cheer Up Charlie song. It's well done, but I find it a little dull.
Yeah.
But once they get in that factory and Gene Wilder shows up, and everything he does is so perfect.
It's like a roller coaster when you're going and you're excited and stuff like that. And the beginning part, like, it gives you some excitement, and then you take that one first dip, and then it drops from there.
I don't care for roller coasters, but yeah, sure.
I love roller coasters. I love this movie. I don't think I've seen it as recent as you have. I think the last time I might have watched this was while I was in college, so that was years ago. And
3 years ago.
Years ago?
Exactly.
Fix that post.
Right, Ken? But anyways, I really, really enjoyed it even this time around. And I'm really glad we watched it again, because I feel like even the time I watched it as an adult, but in college, that I missed a lot of stuff where I just didn't catch it or whatever. And I feel like I caught a lot of things now that make it even more enjoyable. Like the part in the beginning, when that guy is like, everyone goes in, no one ever comes out. Like, that was...
No one goes in.
No one goes in, no one comes out. So that was... All the stuff he says before that line, I did not remember any of that. And it was super creepy. I remember this movie being a little creepy, but not as creepy as we saw.
It terrified me when I was a young boy.
The last time I saw it, it had to been grade school. I don't remember. I definitely remember not seeing it in college.
Mm-hmm.
And high school, if I did, it was probably just once, but I really don't remember any time in like my teens and later years. I think the last time I did watch it was in grade school. So
it's been longer for you.
I think it really has been. The last time I saw it, I really was a child. So I could definitely compare the experiences, and it's just absolutely fantastic. To this day, I do not know why critics panned it and why the author disowned it and everything. I mean, I guess with the author, it's his work, and being an artist and everything, he's like, this doesn't reflect my work, you know.
Yeah.
So, but the critics, I have no idea. But hey, it became a cult classic afterwards.
Gene Wilder has done so many things, but I saw an interview with him. Gosh, probably it might have been his final interview, 2013, where he talked about how it doesn't matter what roles he's done. You know, he'll see the occasional like grown up who's like, oh man, I love Blazing Saddles or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? But he said, you know, the thing he most commonly, and it was panned by critics, but again, it's a cult classic, like Ken said, the thing he's most commonly recognized is by children, because still parents show their kids this movie.
Heck yeah.
My kids have seen it. And he said little kids freak out
when they
he's
see
Willy
him.
Wonka. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So he said it's the thing that he's most proud of in that way. And I think that's brilliant, you know. And the thing is, he got to do this movie for kids, but he is no joke in this film. Like, he says some very, very disturbing things.
But he also says, just like the Oompa Loompas have like all the, I want to call them Aesop's fables, it feels like, because they all the stories that they sing are basically like, oh, well, there's the lesson, you know?
Yeah,
like
definitely lesson packed.
Exactly.
Kids, you know?
So I feel like Willy Wonka, a lot of the stuff he says, it's very sarcastic, obviously, but the sarcasm is in a way that hopefully when you see the kids' reaction, they're like, oh, I'm just going to be quiet now.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Stop.
Exactly. That's the best part. Every time, aren't you going to do anything, Wonka? Help.
Murder.
Exactly. Like,
Very
it's
funny.
so great. And I think as a kid, that was one of the biggest parts that I missed. I wasn't, when I first saw this, my sarcasm meter had not fully matured. So I don't think I got it as much the first time I watched it.
And actually, something that kind of struck me this time that I'm not sure I ever really picked up on is Wonka is very quiet. He speaks at a very specific level, and he's kind even when he's not kind. He always comes across as kind and gentle, even when terrible things are happening. The only exception early is when Augustus is lapping up the chocolate, and he's like, don't buy chocolate! He's like running. But other than that, he's very, very calm. And then at the very end, when Charlie and Grandpa are like, what about Charlie? And he loses his shit. And it is powerfully aggressive. And
there's one other
startling
thing that you missed when he grabbed whose face was it?
Mike TV.
Was it Mike TV's face?
Oh no, Veruca.
Yeah. He grabs her face and like turns it, and even that, like those three moments are like,
He speaks calmly there, but it's very.
But it's super powerful.
It's aggressive.
It's not necessarily what he said; it's how he said it, and his eyes.
Yes.
Always just it's just that focus. He was always observant, with the kids. He's like watching them, and he's just making sure. And he's like he knew the good kids from the bad, and he was just like, I'm just going to let this play out.
Right?
That's
We're just
it.
going to see where
You're just seeing what happens. Which to me baffles me why the author of the book did not want Gene in the role in the first place.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's like the trivia to this movie is that Gene Wilder was not the choice, for Doll.
I'm totally on board. This movie totally holds up for me.
I agree. 100% holds up. It might be the best translation from childhood film to seeing it as an adult that we've done.
I agree. Watch it again if you haven't watched it, especially in honor of Gene Wilder.
Absolutely.
Flashback. I will probably be watching Blazing Saddles and some other stuff.
That's one of my all-time favorites, too, by the way.
I own that one.
Young Frankenstein.
I love
Young
it. I haven't seen that one in a really long time.
Very good. It's very fun.
Really long time.
So don't forget to like our video, comment down below, let us know what you think of the film. If you haven't seen it in a long time, rewatch it, then let us know. Or just regurgitate our opinions to your friends as if they are your own, because that's fine too.
That's fine.
So click that like button, like I said. You can subscribe down below in this general vicinity to keep up with all of our upcoming videos. You can look over here for our latest videos. Check us out. Don't freak out, according to Jimmy Dore. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on Ruining Your Childhood.
Thank you, Gene.
Gene Wilder edition.
Love you, Gene.